Hello, thank you for stopping by my channel. I am about to do a part 2 for a young lady by the name of Alicia Watts who's missing. Okay, but before we get into the reading, I want to address a couple of things. Okay, first of all, I don't know Alicia. I don't know James. I don't know the girlfriend, baby mama, none of that. I'm not tied to anybody who would know this information at all. So the information I pull is raw. It's what is being shown to me intuitively by my spirit team, okay? So that's first and foremost. Secondly, I don't research, I don't do any type of research when it comes to missing cases. And because I solely rely on accountability. I feel like that's cheating. Okay, so as a reader, you know, I'll do a backstory. Like for instance, the first reading that I did on her, the only thing I knew was the initial report. Like, so you know, they were together. They're supposed to go to this comedy show, went missing, and then the boyfriend was found passed out at the DMV. That's it. That's the basis of the information that I know, okay? So in that reading, I was pulling up military, I was pulling up someone who has double lives, which is information, understand, this is information that I had no knowledge of. This is information that was coming out to me in the reading, which after I did the reading, I went and researched, and then later on during the week, I realized that, okay, what I'm pulling in the reading, where there's truth here. I'm pulling truths, okay? I'm not, you know, pulling anything out of my ass, okay? And I understand people who may know all of the individuals mentioned, or who may know the situation and frustrating. What could be frustrating is watching this and like, oh, we already know this. We knew he was in the military. We knew he had double lives, but understand, I didn't know this, okay? And that's going to differentiate the authenticity of readers that you come across, and who to trust, and, you know, whose messages you should really take heed to, okay? So the last reading that I did, again, there was some information in there, again, that I was pulling, I knew nothing of. Later to come to find out, in a week, 2 weeks later, because I posted that 2 weeks ago. Later to come to find out, the stuff that I was pulling up in there is true. Okay, there's a lot of truth in there that I was pulling up later on. All right, so that's that. What else did I want to mention? There was something else. Also understand that, you know, at the end of the day, we're talking about somebody's baby, right? And for me, I can only speak for myself. I don't know about other readers, but it's a big responsibility, because I'm talking about somebody's baby. You know, for me to say, hey, I believe that this person's no longer here, you know, or, you know, they were murdered, or they're being tortured, or they're being held against their will. That is very, very difficult. Very difficult, because again, this is somebody's baby. Okay, and it makes me want to cry, but I'm not gonna cry. But it's tough delivering these messages, okay? I struggle with the fact, you know, I don't know everything I said in the last reading. I could have been pulling death, you know. That last reading became very, very overwhelming, okay? I had to just end it because the energy was so overwhelming. I wouldn't say confusing, but it was overwhelming. What else was I gonna say? Shit. I don't know. I'll come back to it, but that's just what I wanted to throw out there. Just when you're looking into, especially if you know information, and I may be, and this information is coming out in the reading, it's like, oh, well, we already know this, it's frustrating, whatever. Understand that this is information that I don't know. So you really want to look at this with an open mind and pay attention to some of the messages that are being, that I'm pulling, okay? Because they could be very, very helpful, okay? Something else that I wanted to address was the other day I was going to do a reading on her, a part 2, and then I was guided to hold back, so I held back, cleared the energy. Today I've been meditating on Alicia's energy all day, okay? And the other day, these were the cards that I pulled. And again, I said I'm struggling with believing the fact that this girl is gone. I really feel like, again, that the last reading that I did, there was a song called by Lucinda Moore. And again, I'm picking up gospel energy. I didn't know that she was heavy into gospel music. You know what I'm saying? So really, really, when you watch these readings, look at them with an open mind, because again, I'm pulling up information on people who are complete strangers to me. So the information that I'm pulling, it may be familiar to you, but it's not familiar to me. So again, you don't want to discredit that, because then you may miss out on messages here, okay? That could be very crucial into finding where she is. So the other day I had pulled, I prayed and I asked, I'm like, God, Holy Spirit, Spirit team, show me where this girl is. You know, show me where she is so she can be found and this can all cease. And I pulled this. I pulled the Happy card, okay? And I pulled Deep State, Accomplice, Partner in Crime, Abuse and Neglect, Couple, Healing, right? So I'm like, okay. I don't see any death cards here, okay? Again, I revert back to that reading. The first song that I got, that song that channeled through, was Lucinda Moore, I Survived. I'm like, okay. So again, I struggle with the fact that Alicia's actually gone. I don't know. I don't know if there's going to be some type of miracle here. And again, this is I don't want to give false hopes, okay? But I can only read the energy that I'm feeling. I can only read the energy that I'm feeling. And I feel like, and I'm going to tell you why, we're going to get into it, but I feel like, and I pray, and I could be wrong. If I'm wrong, wholeheartedly, I'll hold myself to it. I don't have a problem saying that I'm wrong. But Rhode Island came out again. That came out in the last reading, right? We have Deep State here. So I said, what is this significant with Rhode Island and Deep State? Right? So this is another confirmation about the Lucinda Moore song and me feeling like there's going to be a twist in this, and this girl's going to show up, okay? And I pray to God I'm right, because she could very well be gone. At the end of the day, I always say God has the last say, but I can only tell you what I'm pulling, okay? So it's really interesting to me that I got Rhode Island again, right? And then we got Deep State here. I'm like, okay, so what's the significance between Deep State and Rhode Island? I'm like, let me Google it. So I Google it, right? And then behind it says Providence. Again, remember, this card came out in the last reading. It's coming out again. So I Google Deep State. Let's look into it. I mean, we all know what Deep State is, but I want us to dig in to see what this correlation is, right? So Deep State was an author named David Rhodes, who went to Afghanistan. He's a journalist, and he was doing some type of I guess he was writing a book or something. He had some information that he was releasing, and he ended up being held captive. Held against his will, I think, for like 8 months or something like that. But he escaped. So I'm like, okay, right? Specifically, when you look up David Rhodes, it mentions, and now get this, and this is how tarot works. Tarot is very much like a puzzle piece, okay? And you kind of got to figure it out. It's not just reading a card. It's not, I'm not going to sit here and be like, okay, Rhode Island, this is where she's at, go to Rhode Island, maybe in Providence, and then bam, be done. That's not how that works. When you start to get confirming cards, then you can start putting the pieces together, right? So I said, okay, Deep State, Rhode Island, David Rhodes, this dude was held captive against his will. He ended up escaping. I think it was somebody else too that was with him. But anyway, the story is he ended up escaping, right? So lo and behold, I'm like, okay, so I guess this happened I guess he attended. When you look him up, you'll see one of the first things is that he was born in Maine and he attended Brown University. I'm like, okay. I'm like, I wonder where Brown University is. I look up Brown University, lo and behold, the shit is in Rhode Island. In Providence, Rhode Island, to be exact. I'm like, okay. So there's something very significant about Rhode Island. Hands down. Providence, Rhode Island, the state of Rhode Island, a landmark. And it doesn't have to be the state, but I do, in this situation, I do feel like it has to do with the state. Again, you have to look at this with an open mind, because this could just be telling me that maybe he could have been born there. Somebody he's dealing with could be from there. This is where he currently could be, right? Maybe he's in some type of institution in Rhode Island. Or this could be telling me that this is Alicia's story, being held captive and she's gonna escape. And I keep going back to that song, I Survived. And then I know that she has a tattoo that says pray, trust, and wait. And I'm like, this is just crazy. It's wild. The energy that I'm getting is like, there's a lot of hope, okay? So again, I could be wrong. She could be gone, but she could very well show up. We don't know, okay? So that to me was wild, because now I'm starting to put the pieces together here. That Rhode Island is very significant. There's something to do with Rhode Island. Whether she's there, I don't know, or if it's a landmark, I don't know, but I'll try to dig and get into it, right? So anyway, in my last reading, I believe the blue was something else that was screaming at me. And then when I looked on Google Earth after I did the reading, I'm like, I like to take all the information in my reading and kind of do research to try to put it together. So I'm like, okay, I saw Bluet, a Bluet hydro electric plant dam, whatever that is over there. And then in the reading, I saw that, when I did my research, I saw that, and I felt like that was very significant. I felt like maybe she's around that area, right? And I also saw a big tower, power supply. And I saw a place on there where you could go fishing, but it was like closed down. If you look on Google Earth, you'll see it. And then I saw Island Creek, and then I saw Big Island, which is all in the same vicinity, attached to Petey River, right? And all these little clues were coming out in the reading. When I did my research, I was able to put it together. So again, the word island is here again. You know what I'm saying? So that's how tarot works. It's kind of like piecing it together, okay? If you check my community board, you'll see I have receipts on there of some of the stuff that I've done, time-stamped, okay, for authenticity, because I don't play no games with this. This is a gift that was given to me by the Most High. I do not abuse it. I don't take advantage of it. I take it very seriously, okay? Anybody who does that, you'll just be stripped of your gift. And I'm not about that. I'm not about that. So that's the reason why I do the readings the way that I do. Okay. Again, I like to research after the fact, and then I'll go ahead and post like the clues that I feel like what I was picking up in the reading, matching it to what I'm finding in my research. Okay. So that's that here. Okay. Also, I believe in my last reading, I was picking up, and this is another thing that's funny that came out, because the picture right now in question with the girl at the mall, that picture's in question right now, whether it's Alicia or not, right? And in my last reading, if you go back, you will see I had that double jeopardy card and false flag. And the double jeopardy card, deep fake, is basically two people who look very, very similar. Dang, let me see if I can find it. It's two people who look very similar, and then false flag is basically somebody who is made to look like someone else, or to make this one. This card was out in my last reading. So that's a lookalike right there. So it's somebody who's, you know, made to look like they're the person who actually committed the crime, and it's not. Right? Or something similar to that. So I'm like, okay. So then that picture comes out. I'm like, okay, so that must be this here. And then I was picking up someone who steals identities. That was another thing that I was picking up. So I don't know if anything like that came out as far as someone stealing someone else's identity. I don't know. That I'm not sure. But that right here confirmed for me that this other female in question, because there's definitely a female here that's in this mist. That there's a female, there's a couple here, a male and a female, who's definitely responsible for her disappearance, hands down. There's no doubt in my mind. And I said that from the last reading, there was a female involved. He didn't do this alone. So anyway, we're going to get into that energy in a minute, what I'm picking up with that, because somebody met their match. But anyway, that right there confirmed that, okay, this is somebody who looks a lot like her. Okay, so if you're looking at a picture, it's kind of hard to differentiate if it's her or not. People who really know her will be like, yeah, that's her. People who don't may question it, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But in any event, it's kind of like, I don't know, it could be her, maybe it's not her. You have to take a double look. All right, so then that's that. So now we're going to talk about the type of person we're dealing with. Okay, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can. And I think a lot of people are wondering why there's a lot of quietness from law enforcement activity. And I'm going to tell you why, of the energy that I'm picking up. You're dealing with somebody who's very clever. Okay, if you ever seen the movie Catch Me If You Can, about that criminal, this fool was able to elude law enforcement like you don't know what. His paper trail, the way he moved, he's smart. He's very, very clever, okay? This is the type of person who is always 10 steps ahead of the law. They know they do just enough to slip through the cracks. Okay, I know there's been questions whether he's an informant. I don't know about that. I think he's just very clever. I mean, he could be. I don't know. He might be attached to some type of brotherhood who protects him, but I don't necessarily know that he's an. I'm not necessarily feeling like he might be an informant. Again, I could be wrong, but I'm not getting that. Because you gotta understand, informants, a real informant, you out of the limelight. Like, you don't really, when you're hired to be an informant, you don't do dumb shit like this that's gonna put you in the spotlight. That's the whole fucking point. The point is to set people up and stay out of the limelight, pretty much. You're a whistleblower. So all this other shit that this person, it's just, you don't create drama for yourself and be put in the spotlight when you're an informant. That defeats the whole fucking purpose. Sorry, excuse my language. And if that's the case, his ass gonna get fired, because that's not how that works. That's not how that works. If you're an informant, most people are not gonna know. Okay. All right. So, energy that I'm getting here, somebody, this is a Bonnie and Clyde situation, okay? This is somebody who met their match and they're very angry because they've met their match and this person is no longer in control. So for instance, okay, say James is used to, I'll give you an example, okay? He has a girlfriend, right? You meet somebody, wine and dine. I'm getting wordsmith energy, charming, very, very clever way with words, okay? This is somebody who already is setting your ass up from the time that they meet you, okay? So say for instance, say I'm young and dumb, right? I'm in a low vibrational energy, just giving you an example. Say, you know, I'm in my 20s. I'm really not experiencing life. I meet somebody, I think he's cute, whatever, blah, blah, blah. My energy, I'm really kind of like more of a low vibrational energy. I haven't really experienced life yet, lessons, whatever. So there's a lot of dumb shit that I might do in this relationship, especially if you got Bonnie and Clyde energy, ride or die, bullshit like that. And then you have somebody of this magnitude who is a fucking master manipulator. Okay, somebody who will brainwash the fuck out of you. And they do it by using love. Okay? So you might do, say for instance, you're like, he proposes an idea, say, hey, you ever, and at this point, he's got you. Like, you're already in love with this person. You know, he already got you all fucking rose-colored glasses are on. You're blinded by love, whatever, blah, blah, blah. He's already got you in that place, right? So, say for instance, he proposes, hey, let's go to like, this gay club, right? I'm just giving y'all an example of this type of person that we're dealing with here. So let's go to this gay club, you know what I'm saying? At this point, you know, you're blinded, you're in love. Let's go to this gay club and, you know, mess around with some girls or something like that. You know, maybe even a threesome, whatever, blah, 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 right? Okay, you know, and say you engage in it, whatever, but it's really not your thing, but because you feel like this person loves you, they only want you, and he's making it seem like it's gonna be a lot of fun, blah, 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 whatever. You go ahead and do it, you probably, yeah, whatever, have drinks, whatever, blah, 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 you do your thing, whatever. You're not really, like, proud of it, but you love him, you know, he loves you, and that's your ride or die, right? He'll do anything for you, you do anything for him. That's the energy I'm getting, right? Meanwhile, this motherfucker's recording you. Yeah, he's recording you, and this is how clever he is. He's recording you to the fact that he's recording everybody in there except making him visible. Like, yeah, he may be visible, but it's to the point where you really can't recognize him, but your face is on there and the other chick's face is on there, and now he has your ass on video because, again, he knows at some point your ass is going to leave because when his true colors comes out, don't nobody want to deal with him. And then he's on to the next, right? So now he's got you on camera doing a lot of kinky shit, right? And meanwhile, you're doing this for his ass, right? Thinking that you're in love, whatever, blah, 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 shit like that. So you don't know that he recorded you. You don't know that he has a whole damn porn video, tapes on you, blah, 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 and all these videos that he may have on you, if you did it more than once, whatever, blah, blah, blah. you never see his face. You don't ever see anything that's going to, in the video, that's going to identify him. But for sure, your face is on there. The other chick may be whatever, blah, 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 because that's the setup. Because later on, when you try to get away from him, this is how he keeps your ass. And this is how he manipulates and blackmails you and turns this shit around on you. So where you feel like you have to stay. And now you're fucking stuck. Right? So say you start to see his true colors and you're like, oh, hell no. Like, I'm not dealing with this dude no more. Whatever. I'm going to leave. Bygones be bygones. Like, this motherfucker crazy. I'm moving on. Right? You open your eyes, you take off them glasses, and now you're seeing that this shit ain't what it is. Right? So here's the flip. Now, he turns on you. And he's like, okay, you think you're gonna leave me? Watch. So now you're like, whatever. You're not even thinking anything of it because you don't know that he has these videos. You go out and date, right? You find somebody else. Next thing, and you know, you talk about with your new boo, shit you've been through in your last relationship, whatever. But you might be shameful about these acts that you did with this last person, right? You might not want nobody to know that. You might feel like if you told your new person about this shit that you did with him, all this kinky shit, that your new person's not going to take you seriously anymore. You know what I'm saying? They're going to look at you different, right? And now you're more in a high vibrational energy. You don't even engage in that shit. It's not even appealing to you anymore. You don't even want to be bothered with that type of lifestyle, right? So you never, you know, it could, you know, you got your new boo. They may have asked you, hey, have you ever done anything crazy like that I need to know about? No, right? So you're telling your new boo, no, I ain't never done anything like that, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You starting this new relationship, everything is great. Well, this one's over here plotting. And what he's going to do is, this crazy motherfucker here, he is going to figure out, he's going to find out who you're dating because there's stalking energy here. This is somebody who binds people to them through actions and setting them up. You see that chain? Right? Devilish actions. He'll get people to do some shit that can get their ass into a lot of fucking trouble. But he's so clever with it that it'll make it seem as if he has nothing to do with it. Like he paper trails. Always 10 steps ahead. So all of a sudden, your new boo gets a text message of a video of you doing all this kinky shit. You get what I'm saying? That's the energy I'm getting. This is the type of person that you're dealing with. So now you're feeling like, fuck. Like, now my new person knows all this shit that I did in my past. Now the new person's going to think, okay, well, you a liar. You didn't want to tell him the shit that you did, right? You didn't want to tell him the shit that you did because you felt like he was going to look at you differently and it's not something that you're no longer interested in. You don't even entertain that lifestyle. You don't even have anything to do with it, right? But now your new boo's like, damn, you a liar. You know, you could have told me, like, what the fuck is this? I got this video from somebody, an anonymous number. It'd be some crazy off-the-wall phone number nobody knows about. And he's sending, and you know it's him, right? You know it's your ex, this crazy motherfucker over here that sent it to him. But when you look at the video, like, oh, shit. And you didn't know that he was recording you. So you might be like, fuck, what else has he recorded? You know, what if you engage in some illegal activity? Say, for instance, like fraud, PPP loans, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? What if you did like shit like that and was like, damn, I kind of like was shady with it. We got money, we got away with it, but he's got a paper trail on your ass to make it seem like you did it and he had nothing to do with it. This is what you're dealing with. You're dealing with somebody who's very, very clever. And this is how he binds people to them, Okay, this is black magic. It's the same thing as black magic. Binding someone to devilish acts. And this is how he sets people up when he's in a relationship, because he knows eventually they're going to leave his ass, because his true colors are going to show. You can only mask who you are for so long. But that controlling behavior, that abusive behavior, that's just going to come out eventually. So, again, that's the type of person that we're dealing with. However, here's the caveat. He met his match. He met somebody just like him, which is going to drive him fucking crazy. So as crazy as he is, whoever else, and this is not Alicia, okay? Because I'm going to tell you something about Alicia. Alicia, many are called, but few are chosen. I'm not picking up on her energy for any reason. Alicia is chosen, okay? Hands down. There's no doubt in my mind. I can feel the energy. I can feel the connection I even have to her spiritually, okay? She is chosen. That's probably why she might have had some struggles, but there's a lot of favor in her life as she evolved. There's a lot of favor. And that's a lot of where the jealousy was coming from too, that I was picking up on the last reading. It's kind of like, you know, I was giving an example of, say, you know, you have siblings, two sisters who grew up together, and I'm not saying this is a situation, but I'm giving you an idea. Say you had two sisters who grew up together, who was raped, molested, beaten, all kind of bad shit happened, had a fucked up childhood. Anything you could think of was just bad. Bunch of childhood trauma, right? But Alicia was able to come out of it and use that and turn it into her power. While the other sister is still stuck. You know what I'm saying? She never dealt with it, didn't cope with it. She's still stuck in the woe is me. I don't want to say woe is me. I apologize. I don't want to say that because shit, I don't know what it's like to be in that type of situation. I'll take that back. Not woe is me, but it's just somebody who didn't learn how to fight those demons, okay? And stayed in that same type of energy. So nothing really flourished for the other sister. You know, it's kind of like lack mentality. Never got the, never dealt with those demons, those childhood traumas. And that's where the jealousy comes in of, you and I have been through the same fucking thing. How is it that you have all these great things and I don't? That was what I was picking up. So anyway. So Mr. Hotshot over here done met Miss Hot Stuff. He met his match. He met somebody just fucking crazy as he is. Somebody who does the same shit he does. Who meets men, strategically plans, is down with their bullshit, but ensures that they have video, camera, recordings, all kind of shit that excludes them. Same shit he's been doing to trap people. Now he met his match. There's a female that's just like him. Okay, and this could be the one, I don't know, she could be from Rhode Island, that's where I don't know. We'll get into that, but I don't know. But this is gonna send him, it's gonna send Mr. Hotshot over here, it's gonna make him fucking go crazy. It's gonna make him delusional. It's gonna make him angry, unstable more than he already is, because now you no longer have control. She's got control over you now, because the same shit you've been doing, same shit you got on her, she has 10 times more on you. So when you're dealing with somebody who is used to being in control and has has controlling behavior and has to be in control of everything, to meet their match and have somebody do the same shit to them and be just as good at their game, it's gonna drive them fucking mad. Cause now you're stuck. Now you guys are stuck to each other. So now you gotta be in a position where you gotta bend and do shit this person wants to do, vice versa. And when you wanna get out of it and you wanna evolve and you don't want this lifestyle anymore, it's too late because you already made a deal with the devil. So now you're stuck. Now you're stuck with this person. or else. Blackmail, all kind of shit. You're done. Your whole life is in shambles now because you done met your match, and the same shit you put on this person is the same shit they can put on you, maybe even plus 10. Okay? So that's the energy that I'm dealing with right here, that I'm picking up. All right? So again, somebody is just as crazy as him, if not triple. Definitely met his match. But that's karma. And say, for instance, he was trying to be a better man to Alicia. I don't know. I really don't fucking feel like it. I feel like everything is a game. But say he was, right? And then this other person is seeing that shit. They're like, oh, hell no. Hell no. You're not going to do all this shit you did to me and then go off with someone new, treat them better than you were treating me, and think you're gonna get away with it. Fuck that. This person's like, eye for eye, you owe me. I'll fuck your whole life up. Go ahead and try it. That's the energy that I'm getting. So the only way out is to take myself out. I'm gonna kill myself. And straight up, the last reading that I had, I was picking up on somebody who was gonna try to take themselves out. And God intervened and said, hell no, you're not going out like that. And the reason why is because they attacked a chosen one, and the chosen one is Alicia. I wouldn't be surprised. And I'm going to tell you something. When you mess with people who are chosen, when you attack people who are chosen, they become sick. So I wouldn't be surprised. It's sick to the point to where you will be crippled. You'll have a stroke, a heart attack, and I'm not putting this on anybody. I'm just telling you, I know how this works. Trust me. I've had people cross me who can't even, who are in wheelchairs right now, for crossing me, for trying to attack me spiritually, physically, mentally, because I come with good intentions. I love hard. I do everything with the utmost integrity. I don't come to people fake, none of that. I don't do that. I don't do that dumb shit. So when you try to cross me, there's a price to pay. And I'm telling you, the people closest to me will tell you that. And it is what it is. So I'm telling you right now, whoever, and this is how it's going to show itself. Because if we're in question of who's involved, I'm telling you, they're going to get sick. You can even have somebody here who ends up in some type of car accident, and they're not gonna pass away. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna suffer. They're gonna suffer. They'll be in a wheelchair. It'll be some crazy shit like that to where they have to be codependent on someone else. They can't manage. They cannot live their everyday life like they used to. So I'm just saying, that's what happens when you fuck with chosen people. People who are favored, people who have the best intentions for others, and who are anointed. I'm telling you, I've seen it. I'm a witness to it. So I wouldn't be surprised if we find out that someone is in a state of like stroke. Someone could have a stroke, heart attack. Someone is now in a wheelchair. Organs are failing, but they're not going to go out. They're just going to suffer. They're going to be in pain. It's all suffer energy is what I'm getting, because no bullshit, I pulled out the Hierophant twice. I pulled out the Hierophant twice. I was pulling this energy out in the first reading. Alicia is spiritually protected. And when you fuck with her, there's a price to pay. I cannot stress that enough. Also, what would help me out is if I actually knew what Alicia's sun sign is. I think in the last reading I was pulling up a lot of Libra, Aries, Taurus, Virgo energy. I can't remember what else, but I think those were like the main energies that I was pulling up. And also maybe Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. energy as well. But if anybody knows, if you watch this, drop in the comments. It would be really helpful if I knew what their zodiac signs were, because it'll help me differentiate who's who. Okay. We didn't even get into the reading, and we're at 40 minutes. I told y'all this was gonna be long, but I think I pretty much laid down the foundation of what I felt like I needed to explain to understand even how all of this works and what we're dealing with here, and why authorities are very quiet. This is not your normal case. I'm telling you, they know they're dealing with somebody who's very clever. So they have to be 10 steps ahead. So you got to stay, you have to be quiet. Unfortunately, it's to the point to where Ellie has to work extra hard. I'm telling you. They know that they're dealing with somebody who's very, very clever. This is not just your average criminal. It's not. And they know that, and that's the reason why. Because like I said, he's always 10 steps ahead. And his paper trail, it's like, fuck, when they think they have something, there's some type of paper trail that's going to disconnect it. They can't dot that I and cross that T. You got to understand, when the FBI gets involved, right? I don't know if they are involved. They may get involved now that I said that. I don't know. But they already know, right? I's are dotted, T's are crossed. And it's like when they almost have that T crossed and that I dotted, there's a crack. And with this case, you cannot have any cracks in the foundation, because he knows the law. He knows how to manipulate shit when it comes to medical. And something, even identity. I'm getting heavy identity theft too. But he knows there's a lot of loopholes. If you'd be surprised in the law, there's so many loopholes. And you could file a motion and delay shit for months, even years, using the loopholes that we have in the system when it comes to law. I'm telling you. I see it all the time. I work in law. But that's the energy that I'm getting, okay? So he's clever. He's not your average criminal. All right. So I explained that. I want to make sure I got everything. I explained this. I explained the last reading. All right. So let's get down to the nitty-gritty and see if we can find where she is, because at the end of the day, we just want to find her, right? I will try my best to get an answer. Again, I apologize if this reading is long. It's just what it is. It's just what it is. Let me see if we can, I think last time when I asked how far she was from the DMV, I think I got 18. And I think that's why I pulled the Bluette hydroelectric plant, because 18 miles away from, give or take maybe a mile or two, but 18 miles away from the DMV where he was found. I think that was the question that I asked, where Alicia is from that DMV where he was found, and I got 18. This is some wild shit. You know why? While I'm saying that, we got the number 17 and we got the number 19. Now, mind you, I've been shuffling. What's missing? 18. I strongly, 44 is on the clock. I strongly believe that Alicia, I'm going to stretch to even say this. I think she's 18 miles from that DMV. I'm going to say, and I said give or take 1 or 2 miles. This is wild. 17, I'm going to say this. Alicia is 17 to 19 miles from that DMV. There's no doubt in my mind. I am shaking right now. I'm trying to keep my composure. And it says wishing and focus, and just take a look at the pictures. I don't like this glare. Hold on. Wishing, you know, the picture even clues, like even this picture, there could be a landmark 17 to 19 miles from that DMV that could look like this. And here's another clue. Right? And what is she in? She's in, like, this is a wooded area. There's leaves. There's, I don't know, like an old looking, like, wishing well, you know, with water. It's older looking. Okay, it has like this arch here. There's a concrete arch. This could be very significant. I'm telling you, this could be very, very significant. If there's a landmark that's anywhere from 17 to 19 miles, I'm telling you, that looks like this, that has a wooded area. It could be someplace that maybe it was like an old park. It's abandoned. I don't know. There's some type of wishing well. But I'm telling you, that's wild. That is wild. I can't believe this. That 17 and 19 is here. And what's missing, what I was just saying, number 18. And 18 miles from the DMV, I'm pretty sure it was Bluette. Look, there could even be like a, look, here's 18 again. The 18 popped up. There could even be, that's why I was pulling up the dam, because the dam is, you know, is deep. And you see how this girl is falling, like being pushed off like a dam or a high area, falling into somewhere. That's number 31. And then the 18 was right behind it. And the 18 is, it says forbidden at the bottom of the deck. But again, when I asked in my last reading how far she was from the DMV, I got this card. This is the exact card that I got. There could be like an old abandoned, not like, it's not just a house. If it's like some old historic place that's no longer being used. And that's why I was pulling up Bluette, because Bluette, and when you look on Google Earth, it'll say like the fishing dock, but it's no longer in use. If I knew the area, I would know, but I don't know. But I really strongly believe that around that area is where we're gonna find her. And again, I don't know if she's alive. She could be held in some type of building that's locked down. She could be very well being held against her will in some type of building that looks like this, an old looking. You know the energy that I just got to Kiss the Girls. You know the underground, didn't Kiss the Girls, didn't the guy have like an underground, almost like a bunker where he held people captive? I think it's Kiss the Girls. I wonder if I said this in my last reading. I don't know. She could if she is still alive, Alicia could very well be in some type of like underground, like a bunker, some type of dungeon type shit. Whew. All right. see what else I can pull. Let me take these cards out because they're significant. I don't want to put them back. Was that it? I think that was it. I was at 17. 18, 19, and 31. Let's see what I get. Holy Spirit, please give me clear answers. Where's Alicia? What is 17, 18, 19, and 31? Where's Alicia? Holy Spirit, please show us. Clear messages. Show us. Spell it out for me, Father God. Spell it out for me, Father God. Please make it clear. There could even be like a special key to get in here. This is, I don't know, I feel like this is something underground. Something underground. It could even be under like some type of, I don't know, a well. Whatever it is very old looking. Like an old concrete type looking place. Spell it out for me, Father God. Spell it out for me. Where's Alicia? Spell it out for me. Where is she? Spell it out for me. Spell out where she is. Okay, I wanted to come out and I saw I again. Here, we got I again. Okay. This is wild. We got the letter I out here twice. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Why is the I out here twice? Give me F. Tell me more. Where is she? Holy Spirit, where is she? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it clear. We got I, F. We got G out here again, which I think was last time. We got U, W, Z, H, R. Give me a minute. It definitely has a weird spelling. Like it's almost like maybe like a U and a Z or a H could be where she is, the name of the place, street. See, blue is significant. Blue is very significant. I can't stress that enough. Now I'm going to do my research on these letters because I want to know if there's some type of area with these letters in it. U, Z, H, W, F, I, 2 I's, and R, a G. So for who's watching, I'm going to do my research on what this is telling me. These letters are definitely, and I'm even going to pull this R because the bottom of the deck always resonates for me. I was What are you telling me, baby girl? What are you telling me? I was Let me see something. Let me go to this deck. I was what? What are you telling me? Holy Spirit, what are you telling me? Show me. Daughter of Knives, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So this is the bottom of the deck here. This energy is heavy. I ain't even gonna lie. This is very, very heavy. There's a message trying to come through here. I'm trying to decipher it. Rig. This is the Daughter of Knives. I'll show you another card. That's the same one, just a different deck. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Because the Daughter of Knives is someone charging at you, like attacking you. That's the same card, different deck. Knight of Swords. There's a message coming through here. I'm trying to figure it out. Please bear with me. You were what? I was what? Oh, this energy is strong. I got my left side. I feel like somebody is, I have goosebumps, and I feel like somebody's touching my left ear, my head. I'm gonna tell you something. I was feeling like I was trafficked, okay? When I saw this, I was feeling like I was trafficked. And when I'm shuffling these cards, this motherfucker came out. Jeffrey Epstein. J.E. Whew. I got break up by. Neighborhood. Break up by X. I'm gonna tell you what I'm feeling. Again, man, I could be wrong. The last thing I want to do is send people down the fucking rabbit hole on a roller coaster. That's the last thing I want to do. Honestly, I don't, false hopes. I don't want to do that. Please believe me when I tell you that's the last thing I want to do is send people on a fucking rat race with no results. Driving somebody crazy, driving family crazy. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you everything that I'm feeling here. Okay. I'm seeing there's a couple things that I'm getting here. Okay, I'm gonna tell you everything that I'm getting. I was hired. I was trafficked by a girlfriend. That's one of the messages that I'm getting. I could be totally wrong. Okay? And the reason why I say that is because I saw this shit, I can't make it up. It fell out, the card. It turned on its side. And then you have bi, but then you have like lipstick here. Breakup, bi, where you got like lipstick. And I'm seeing like the word girlfriend, hired. Okay, and then I could switch this up and I could spell something different, but I'll give you everything that I'm getting because, I mean, it's better to say everything I'm getting than not, Again, the last thing I want to do is send people on some type of rat race and go out there and no results. Okay, and then, for instance, I was talking about Bluette, right? That hydro, that could be, maybe that's a place where maybe that's like a drop-off location. Because I'm gonna tell you something else. This is clever work. So I don't even believe that the vehicles involved that we know of are even involved. There's like drop-off locations. There's like other vehicles. It's like, I'm gonna take you here, drop you off. We got a different vehicle to pick you up and take you somewhere else. This person is clever. These people are very clever in their work. Okay, again, I could be wrong, but I feel like if some type of crime is being committed, it's not going to be the obvious. It's just not. There's too much clever work here for it to be the obvious. Okay? I mean, we could be here all day. I don't want to keep you. But for those of you watching, you could mix these words around, okay, and see if we could get, you know, if you can figure out something else, spell something different. I wonder what sign Jeffrey Epstein is, because I was also pulling like a lot of air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. I think Aquarius too. You know it's wild too, right? Because you got RI, Rhode Island. Remember, Rhode Island, I've been getting significantly. There's no doubt in my mind that Rhode Island is very significant in Alicia's case. I'm not even sure what letters came out in my last reading. I have to go look at. I don't remember. Like I did research after that, but I don't remember. I wonder if they're similar to these here. All right, let me ask again. I'm gonna do more. I guess I'm gonna do a part 3 to try to figure out what these. Maybe I'll bring my laptop next time. That way I can actually research while I'm doing the reading. But I'm telling you, 18 miles from that DMV is dead on. Give or take 1 or 2 miles. I said that, 17 and 19. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man. That's how I came up with the Bluette hydroelectric plant. Maybe, like I said, maybe there's a park that's no longer used there. There's like an old wishing well, old building, something stone, old looking, something that's kind of abandoned. That could be some type of meeting place where it could be more than one person being held here. If trafficking is what I'm pulling, let me see, man. Let me just see one thing, because I do have a trafficking card in here. Let's just see if it pops up. I'm curious to see if this card is gonna pop up. Burial. Burial is a cross here at the bottom of the deck. I mean, she could have been buried. I don't know. I'm not. Holy Spirit, show me. Please show me. Make it clear. What happened to Alicia? Where is she right now? If I found her right now, Holy Spirit, show me where she is right now. What state is she in right now? What state as far as, you know, her mental, physical, emotional well-being. Aliens. Portal. Let's go, keep going. Why? Strangulation. Okay. Tell me more. Aliens is people she doesn't know, okay? Not actual aliens. This is people that are, you know, are foreign to her, okay? Why is aliens here? The strangulation. Okay, so I got this card in the first reading. It's coming out again. This is confirming what I'm saying, okay? I struggle with the fact that Alicia's still here. And I gotta be honest, like I said, this is somebody's baby, okay? And these messages are hard to deliver, but if she's being held against her will and forced to do things that she doesn't want to do, there's shit here that's being done to her that's just real fucking fucked up, okay? I mean, I'm pulling the energy of somebody who, you know, like waterboarding, right? Somebody putting someone through hell to keep them in fear and keep them where they need to be. This is, again, I don't like delivering these messages. Please believe me, I do not. But if she's still here, this is heavy. This is someone, these are people who are forcing her to do shit that she may not want to do, and they may, you know, choke her up. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Just, it could even be like using electric shock, because you know, with the power supply, that's just, again, I don't like delivering these messages, but I gotta read what I'm seeing here, okay? This is somebody's baby, you know, and somebody closer might be watching this. It's hard to watch. Okay, so I got the Ten of Swords here. This is an ending, okay? This doesn't necessarily mean death, but I will say this. If Alicia is not gone, there's harm being done to her, okay? That is putting her in a state of a lot of physical pain, okay? Tell me more. Why is alien strangulation power supply here? High Priestess. Man, oh man. I got the Six of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Two of Cups, which was already out here earlier in the reading, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Someone at a distance. This is another lover. This is a secret. The High Priestess is someone who's secret. Someone not known. If I pull another card, on top of this is what I'm thinking. If this is a ring, if this is some type of cult, let me see something. heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack, stabbed in the back. And look, let me show you something that caught my eye over here is this ring card, right? And what's popping out over here is the engagement ring again. Stabbed in the back. Heartbreak, pain, separation, deception, shocking attack. That speaks for itself. I don't even think I need to elaborate on that. Who is this high priestess? Who or what is this high priestess? You know, another energy that I was getting is I wouldn't be surprised if he's using, or somebody, not Alicia, is using other identities in different states. Like, say for instance, and I don't even know how this is possible, but I can just tell you the energy that I'm getting. Tupac. I'm getting the energy of somebody being so clever that they have identities in different states and could even be married in different. So say for instance, my name is James Zamore, and from the state of North Carolina, that's who I am. But say in Rhode Island, I have a whole nother family, a whole nother wife, blah, 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 and my name is fucking Tupac Shakur, right? That's the energy that I'm getting. And then he could be still stalking. And then he could be telling these women, this energy that I'm getting, he could be telling these women that he does some type of law enforcement work, military work, where it causes him to travel a lot, which is why he's gone a lot, which is why he's able to have all these double lives with these women. Like, you can't contact him. You know, he could be telling these women he's on assignment, shit like that. Okay, so we got the word ring 3 times. You can't make this shit up. Okay, so I got ring here. This is a ring. Okay, so the energy that I was getting of some type of cult is, I feel like, it's very, very accurate, because we got ring here, and where was the other one that said ring? Where is the other card? Y'all saw it. Shit, rewind, I guess. But it said ring, right? Yeah, I said ring. Engagement ring was, and see, this is how tarot works, because, you know, you guys seeing this, if you're not familiar with tarot like that, you know, you're not a reader, you're going to be like, okay, an engagement ring, somebody you married to, right? That's the first thing you'll think of, like, but, you know, as a reader, it's more of energy and not just what you're seeing on the surface. So I saw this card, this ring card. We have this out again, right? And lo and behold, on the bottom of this card, when I just shuffled this deck, we got the word ring again. In the ring. And it says, here goes another round. And we got Mariah Carey. I'm going to tell you what I'm picking up. This could mean that there's another marriage under another identity that we know nothing about, and that's his Bonnie and Clyde. So remember, I was pulling up false flag in the last reading, that fake, that Tom Cruise card, Double Jeopardy, deep fake. Remember, I was pulling up the energy of what looks like it is, it's not. That's what false flag is. False flag is a crime committed to make it look like it's the person in, like the obvious, but it's not the obvious, right? So there could very well be someone else that he's married to under a different identity or a common law that nobody knows nothing about. Because the high priest is here, this tells me this is a secret. This has not come out yet. Law enforcement might know this, and I'm curious to see if this is going to come out later. Again, this could be telling me that this is a ring of individuals who are in cahoots, who do this type of shit, who target women and do this trafficking. It could very well be. Or there's somebody here who's his Bonnie and Clyde. It's the Bonnie and Clyde situation that we know nothing about. There's somebody here that when I pulled the devil and the lovers, I'm telling you, this is somebody here that he is in some type of commitment that we know nothing about. And I don't even think it's anybody right now that we know of. I think this is going to come out later. Let me see if I get an ace card of what I'm saying is true. If I get an ace card, I'm really, really onto something. Holy Spirit, is this some type of secret marriage we know nothing about? This Bonnie and Clyde situation. Please be clear. Please be clear. King of Pentacles, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. Four of Wands, that's marriage, some type of commitment. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Got a Leo looking at me over here to my right, this card. Tell me more. That wanted to come out. That's the Sun card. This one wanted to come out. Tell me more. This Lovers and the Devil. Is this a secret relationship he has? Is this his Bonnie and Clyde situation? If this is it, give me an ace. You can't make this shit up. Okay? I specifically asked if this is a secret relationship we don't know about. And I said if the ace card comes out, then that's confirmation. What the fuck is this? Tell me more about this Ace of Wands. Tell me more about this Ace of Wands, Holy Spirit. Make it clear. The Star. Aquarius energy. Ten of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Judgment is coming. This shit's gonna come out. This shit is gonna come out. This is a bird. This is gonna come out. We got Scorpio energy here. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. Show me more. Judgment on the moon. Judgment is being caught because I told you. Oh, confusion underneath. The end of confusion in this situation. This secret is going to come out. I'm telling you. There's going to be end of confusion to this situation. Judgment with the moon. Tell me more. Give me one more. the Emperor, Aries, Aries, Taurus. Tell me more about this Emperor. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There's a lot of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Communication. Let's go. Chariot. Police. Let's go. Let's go. I got the goosebumps. Ooh, let's go. Let's go. This is coming out again. Virgo energy. Investigation. Justice is here. 2 of Cups. This shit is going to be found out. There's an investigation going. They finna find out about this secret ass relationship, this identity, whatever the fuck is going on. Justice is here. Alicia is not to be fucked with. See, you cannot fuck with just anybody. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Alicia is spiritually protected. This girl is chosen. So when you fuck over someone, I can't stress this enough. When you fuck over somebody who is chosen, you will not get away with it. It's not happening. You may have been able to get away with it 10, 15, 20 times prior to that. It ain't gonna happen. Justice is here. Point blank fucking period. King of Swords. Listen. That's it. Alicia's spirit. This girl is chosen. She's not to be fucked with. And the people closest to her, who love her, who know her, they know she's chosen. And they're going to confirm the shit I'm saying. And I'm shaking because I know I'm correct. I know the Holy Spirit is giving me these messages for this girl. Justice is here. I pray this girl is alive and she has a story to tell. But if she isn't, she's definitely telling me the story in spirit. There's no doubt about it. This girl is anointed. Somebody fucked with the wrong one. And I'm going to leave it at that. God bless. Prayers for her home, for her to return home safe and sound. Strength, Leo energy. Ace of Cups. I can only thank God right now for my gift to be able to deliver these messages. God bless you. Amen.